We in this.
1 second. Pull up chat. Make sure chat is pulled. Aha. Up.
Ads going out. Oh, you sent one to me? Thanks.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right, there. Oh, tell me we're live
Hell
on.
yeah.
Oh, all right. There. Oh,
I
and
see.
listen. Oh, all right. There.
I
The
see.
mics are messed up.
What's wrong with the mics?
Mics are usually messed up. Or it's not usually messed up, but it got messed up like last time. So you should be able to see your face right now.
Yeah, we in it.
Um.
Some good camera in there.
Yeah, it is. Hold on, I gotta send this to a couple people. I forgot to send it to a couple more people that usually check out the stream.
That's okay.
So, oh, I gotta send it to Drew. I completely forgot about him.
Whoa, don't forget about Drew.
Yeah. And this person. Oh. All right,
Good
we're
stuff.
live.
All right.
All right, man. It's been crazy.
It has. Thank God I got vacation.
Are you on vacation right now? They let you off?
Yes, so I had this vacation planned way before. I had this vacation planned probably in January. Yeah, I have to plan all my vacations out for the whole year. I only get 3.
Shit. So they let you back. They let you keep your PTO and everything, even with everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, they kind of can't tell me I can't take it unless there's like a major holiday or there's like literally a national emergency.
Well, this doesn't constitute as a national emergency.
No, this has to be like hurricanes, um, mass fires, looting in the streets. They haven't started looting yet, so
Oh, okay.
when the looting happens, that's when I have to really go back to work.
Yeah, Nikki, I'm gonna have you make me a background like that. I like that background. That's more of like a psychedelic background.
This?
Yeah, it's a psychedelic background.
This is actually a poster.
Yeah.
And then there's a black light underneath that the kid has rigged up to make it. He streams, so this is his setup.
Yeah, I like
He's even
that
got a
setup.
nice little light right there. It's
Yeah.
very fancy.
So he streams, so we definitely got to check him out after this. Have him drop his username and everything in the chat, so that way we can.
Oh shit!
Anybody that's not following him already, go drop a follow on YouTube or not.
It's me.
Oh, sweet.
His name is
Scooter.
Skeeter Games 05.
Skeeter Games 05. All right, so yeah, just everybody that's not already following him, go drop a follow on his channel. Especially since he's letting his dad.
Whoa, assistant parent.
Assistant parent.
Assistant parent. Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
I just don't have a camera.
Since he's letting him use the computer, we have.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Anyways, so I kind of want to talk about that video that I sent you earlier.
Which one?
The one with Anonymous.
Uh-huh. The one about the coronavirus in general or their predictions?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Do you think they're kind of downplaying it, like the government?
The government is definitely downplaying it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the numbers that they're releasing can't possibly be true, because there's so many people that haven't been tested for it and are just sick. There's like, we know the people who are dying because then you have to get your death certificate, blah blah blah, but we don't know the people that aren't even going to the doctor. They're just toughing it out.
Right.
So those numbers are drastically incorrect, skewed.
Yeah.
From the amount of phone calls they get.
Yeah, that's the scary part is a lot of people seem to think that it's kind of a bad thing that the government's downplaying it a little bit. Hey, what's up, Del? Welcome to the chat. I know we're back on Corona, but he's got a lot of insight, Mr. Chase here, on what it's like to work in the grocery industry right now, especially during this crazy time. So we're
Front
gonna,
lines.
yeah, the front lines. We went to the grocery store.
Trenches.
We went to the grocery store today, and I have to say it was kind of hectic.
First off, where did you shop?
Kroger.
Okay, what road?
What is this, Holcomb Bridge over here?
Oh, you went to the whole. That's a nice one.
Yeah,
been there before.
it's a very nice
Um,
one, but I mean, they just got a lot of water in, so
that's good. Their Kroger is shipping out special trucks. I noticed that that's not a Kroger water.
oh, it's not. No.
You-
Cheaping out, bro.
No, Kroger is shipping out a lot of trucks of just water and just paper products to certain stores. Now, like to the store I'm in, which is on Singleton Road, it
Yeah.
is Norcross. So we ain't got a lot of fancy people in Norcross. So they send us the cheapest of the cheap stuff.
Oh, I gotcha.
And they send us like 6 or 7 pallets of like PSST brand, which is Kroger's ultra low brand of toilet paper. It's like the same toilet paper you would get at like any high school or like going to any like
The
sporting
one that
event.
literally tears your butthole.
The one that's like half a ply. It's like half a ply of toilet paper, and they're only in the small 4 packs that are like that big,
Yeah.
and you have to literally like wipe your ass with one entire roll. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. You can say whatever you want on this podcast.
Oh, cool.
Jordan says, "Sorry, I'm late. I just got up from a nap." Well, nice of you to join us. Hope it was a great nap.
Who's the MR know it all?
Mr. Know It All. That's Mr.
Who
Dell.
are you?
Mr. Dell. He knows
Oh
it
man,
all.
Mr. Dale, step on in, say hi, cause I'm there 5 days a week, 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Super fun stuff. I'll hook you up with that good TP.
So you were telling me a little bit about how you guys, were basically having to throw away products at this point.
Yeah, so
'Cause I thought the grocery store, in my opinion, I thought the grocery store was like running low on food because people were like stockpiling and everything.
no, so so the issue of what actually happened was people started panicking. They started panic buying, and our system is called CAO. It is
Cow.
computer automated ordering. So the computer is basing its ordering projections off of the past 3 years of like weeks, so similar weeks.
Oh, okay.
So this hasn't happened in 3 years. So when everybody come and bought everything, the system went, oh god, what happened? And then it slowly like tried to order more and tried to order more, it to the point where about the second week in, they were telling us to cut our trucks to no more than 1600 pieces. 1600 pieces means 1600 individual boxes come in on that truck for your store. It usually looks about 4 to 6 pallets depending on what you order of stuff. So they were telling us to cut, and we had a 3,000 piece truck. So we had to cut 1,500 pieces off our truck to order for the next one because the warehouse was getting so swamped with orders. And then it got to the point where they're just like, nothing's going to get scratched, order everything. And we were getting 4 or 5,000 piece trucks, which means that we had a night crew of about 6 or 7 people busting out trucks to break them down and put them on the aisle before the morning came.
Damn. So just a heads up, people. Kroger and the grocery stores are not running low. They've got plenty, so do not panic. Do not freak out.
Now, if it's hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, aloe vera, or toilet paper, we don't got that. If we tell you we don't got it, we don't got it.
Okay. So you were telling me a story the other day about somebody coming in. They were just being obnoxious about something. What's the craziest story you have right now? With a customer during this time period.
Oh, during this time period?
Yeah, during this time period.
Okay, so both of these incidents happened on the same day. I wasn't at the store yet, but my store manager was, and he was in charge of the whole store while we weren't there, and he had to go up to customer care or self checkout where this lady was trying to buy cough syrup, and with cough syrup you have to be ID'd to buy cough syrup. It can be used to make meth, blah blah blah. You can't buy too much, yada yada, all that jazz. So he goes up there. The lady is from New York, does not have her ID, is clearly sick, and he tells her that she can't buy the cough syrup without her ID. She goes, okay, well, let me get my friend to send me a picture of my ID. No, ma'am, can't do that either. Okay, why can't you? CVS just sold me cough syrup without my ID. Why are you blah blah blah? Okay, ma'am. Why are you here if you just bought some from CVS? Did you just down the bottle
Hmm.
or not? And when my store manager turned around and told her, I'm gonna stop arguing with you. I'm not gonna sell it to you without an ID. And she takes the bottle and just hucks it up in the air, like just straight up, yep, and throws it.
Gosh, man, these
And
people are nuts.
it hits our self checkout. One of our self checkout lights breaks it and then falls on the floor, and then we call the police. Then and because we're in Norcross, they're usually there within 2 minutes.
So did she have a
Which
cough or anything?
I don't know if she had a cough or not, but she had the sniffles. You could tell she was sick. Or
Yeah.
because my store manager said you could tell she was sick with something, and if she was getting cough syrup, she could have had anything.
Yeah, she
Um,
was probably just really stressed out or like just really annoyed or something.
the funny thing is, she tried to back out of the parking lot so that my store manager couldn't get her plates. Well, she had front plates and back plates, and we got her front plates, and one of the random customer at our gas station got her back plates as she backed out. So we have her plates and all, and we've done a police report on it. And it's kind of funny.
Poor girl. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Meth, really? Oh,
Oh, you'd be surprised.
that's
Let's
crazy,
see.
man.
Sorry, I'm reading. Oh, you need the dude wipes? I can hook you up with some dude wipes.
I know Nikki bought a ton of those. Where did we go? What was it? We went to Music Midtown. That's where we
Oh
got.
yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, we bought a bunch of dude wipes. I'm
Get
trying
that booty nice and clean.
trying to get in. I have a friend that's trying to get in on the stream right now. Hold on.
And that's the main thing is that these people are freaking savages. I see um Resteambot
Yeah,
talking
that's
about people being nice to each other. Um I've had, and this is because I'm in Norcross and I'm white and I don't speak Spanish, but a lot of Hispanic families have come up to me, um, or I've had to go up to them and say, "Hey, we're limiting one on eggs and we're limiting on milk and water and all this because they're trying to buy 50, 60 gallons of this crap, and they're like using a language barrier as a reason to buy this. Oh no, it's mine. I know no English. No, no.
really
Oh yeah. They're trying to take advantage of me. I just grab it out of their cart and take it back because I don't care,
that's strange.
dude. I've been yelled at more at my new store than I have in the past like 2 years.
Selena asks, "Have you had an increase in crazy slash outrageous encounters with customers during this period?"
Um, the funny thing is, no, not really. The people, some people are getting nicer, but the crazies come to Kroger regardless. Like it could be perfect weather, no virus, no nothing, and they'd still get crazy people. Um, I had a lady the other day demand me to. So, okay, rule about Kroger. If the price of the item is less than the value of the coupon that you're trying to use on the item, you cannot use a coupon on the item because that's Kroger giving you money back.
Okay.
So we don't try not to do that. This lady comes in and has a coupon on an item that's closeout, which means it's super ridiculously low priced, and the price of the coupon is greater than the price of the item. And she goes, I want to use this coupon. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You can't use that coupon. Explain AB with her. Okay, well, just do it anyways. No, ma'am. That's not how this works. I can't do it. Well, aren't you the manager? Yes, ma'am. Then just override it. No, ma'am. I'm not doing that. You're an idiot.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
she calls me an idiot a few more times. Which that's the nicest thing I've been called at Kroger. Um,
Oh, what's up,
she calls
Gabe?
me
What's up, guys? Thank you for joining chat.
she she called me an idiot a few times before she got right through the door, and right before she went right through the door, she stood there and I just went, have a nice day. So she had
Kill
the
him with
option to
kindness.
she had the option to come back in and call me an idiot again or leave on that note.
Yeah, that's when it's like extremely frustrating. It's like, what do you do at that point? I see a lot of
Smile and
memes.
nod.
You see a lot of memes about customer service And it's like you can't just go around treating these employees like absolute shit and then expect,
Dude,
expect to, not get shit on in return. Like that's not fair.
dude, we are the lowest of the low, and until something like this happened, we were being treated as the lowest. Like my job, I get for my degree and for my years of experience, I get paid pretty well. I
Right.
do. I make a good bit over what I should be making at this point. Um, but people think my job is garbage. Like they think I have the worst job in the world. Like I could honestly, I've had people who shovel shit all day come in and like talk down to me, and I'm just like, dude, you deal with poop all day. That's not a job I want.
Right.
I'm in air conditioning. Like,
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think people forget that, you
oh,
know,
mom is on. Oops.
where. Oh, hey, what's up, mom? I think people forget that in general, like you need people like this to be running these stores. I mean, I don't understand why people are taking this so competitively, I guess, in a job sense.
I mean, I don't have an answer for you. My job is in no parts easy, because I have to do pretty much. I have to be able to do every job of every department in my store and my job, and
Right.
I just have to, and I have to make sure everything's running
Right.
as it should. And it's not easy doing this. It takes a special kind of masochist to do
To
this.
go through this kind of torture.
Dude, you have no idea. You're getting yelled at by both ends. Like
Mm.
you literally like the people above you are mad at you for something, the people below you are mad at you for something, the customers are mad at you for something.
And then on top of it, you got to deal with the whole pandemic.
Yes, the pandemic just it blew it up to outrageous proportions. I tried to go to Walmart today to exchange a toilet bowl cover cuz my big butt broke our other one. Um but the Walmart call and sell Walmart started doing the no more than 10 people in at a time thing, and they had the doors shut.
What?
Oh yeah, they had a line just like Costco.
No, that's
Costco's doing the
crazy.
same thing. Costco's doing the same thing, right?
That's freaking crazy.
Co- Costco allows about like so they have you can have 15 groups of people. So like me is my girlfriend, our two kids, and me, and then there's 15 other groups like that where it's just like two or three people that are walking around Costco, and they've got everything limited to one. You can get one thing of big toilet paper, you can get one thing of water, you can get one thing of ground beef. It's just they I think were the first ones to do it in this area, and they were the smart ones because one, it gives their staff a opportunity to not get hit by giant waves of customers, and two, it allows you to keep stock on the shelf. Like you're not
Yeah.
running out of everything all the time.
No, I wonder how this is really going to affect the retail industry. Like when we kind of open everything back up. I mean, Amazon has seen a giant surge in their stocks and
Hmm.
activity. So I really wonder if after this everybody's going to be so stir crazy that they're just going to run out to the stores, or if it's going to stay the same how it is now and people are just going to continue to buy on Amazon because it's a lot easier. I mean, those people that weren't buying on Amazon before are buying now. So
But that's
I
because they're forced.
right. But that's what I'm saying. It's Amazon has made it easy to buy things and get it just shipped to your house. So the people
Hmm.
that weren't doing it before are now actually doing it. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens if, in a sense, that it gets to that point when we open the borders back over, not borders, but open everything back up. But let's jump back to some of these comments. Let me know what you guys think. Jordan says, like, come on, people, you need to get your act together, especially during this time. Be nice to the people that are always or still working for you, risking their lives. Dude, I think people forget about that. Like, go.
Dude, no, they don't forget. They know it goddamn well. They really do, because they walk in that store with their masks on and their gloves, and they're staring you down, and they will demand everything that they want from you. And then like I had a customer come up to my store manager the other day, yelling at him, arguing with him about something, to the point where my store manager had to put up his hands like this to keep the dude from basically giving him mouth to mouth.
Hmm.
And then the customer steps back. And he goes, "Excuse me, sir. I would like to leave your building. I need you to stay 6 feet away from me so I don't catch anything." I was
That's
like, "Dude, you just tried to
ridiculous.
French kiss the manager."
There should be a policy. We should beat anybody's ass that gets in your way. You should be legally allowed. Customers that are
Dude,
acting up, you should be able to beat their ass.
Technically, I had a customer. This is not coronavirus and related at all, but it's still a hilarious story. At one of my previous stores, um, we opened up a register for a customer, and this these two ladies swoop in and take the register before the guy could get there. And the guy was like, "Oh man, whatever, blah blah blah." They didn't even have their buggy yet, so their buggy comes back up, and it's packed full of crap. And then the dude, it's a family, two ladies and the husband, and then a dude and his kid, his 16-year-old. And the uh dude and the husband is just standing there, and then the dude starts yelling at the wives, or the wife, or and the girlfriend or whatever. And the husband just like, "Dude, shut up, don't talk to my wife like that." And the older dude, got into the husband's face, and literally like that close, and the husband just clocked him like straight across the jaw, one hit. And the dude stepped back, threw his hands up like that, and was just like, what was that?"
So,
um
as a store manager, like, do you just
Dude,
call the cops?
yeah.
You just call the cops. You like get the hell
Uh-huh.
out.
Yeah. I go up there, "Hey, quit fighting, quit fighting." The cops are on their way. So the cops came, and the husband was the one that called the cops. He was acquitted of he didn't do anything wrong. The other guy got taken to jail
Hmm.
because he stepped into the husband's personal area, and the husband had the right to defend himself. So he only if he would have pursued a fight with the guy, then the husband would have gone to jail too. But because the guy stepped up on him, he hit him, and the guy got taken to jail.
That makes sense. I mean, self defense, man. Self defense. Get out of my
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Let's go back to some of these questions. Or some of these comments. Kayla says people will always judge you or look down upon others. I think that's towards the earlier comment of you working as a store manager. And I think it's just a self-satisfactory thing, just to make themselves feel better. I mean, I'm learning a lot about social psychology and what it means to like promote your own self-esteem, and people will use any sort of outlet to make sure that they're happy. So, and then we move on to Matt's in the chat going yeet. We have Gabe. I've seen more people trying to be nice inside the stores, but there's so much negativity and so much negative press, and I think that that affects the people's perception. Thanks for being out of peanut butter cookies, saving my diet. Jordan asks, Chase, what are your safety protocols at work to keep you guys safe during this time?
To keep us safe or to keep customers safe? To keep
Both.
us safe, they're honestly just telling us to wash our hands, stop touching our face. Kroger is not providing gloves. They're not providing masks. They're telling
The
us
Kroger over here on Holcomb Bridge has gloves. They're providing it for they're providing it for customers. So what they're doing is they're setting it. Really? So associates can't take them?
No. So associates can buy their own gloves and wear their own gloves, but Kroger is not providing associates with their own gloves. So if you get gloves from the deli, you get gloves from the deli. If you bring your own gloves, you can wear your own gloves, but Kroger is not paying for that.
What?
Yeah, Kroger's not going to pay for that.
That's nuts.
Mm-mm.
Can't you? Well, I guess not. Maybe could you potentially sue for neglect?
No.
If they don't provide you with the safety the safety like protocol or precautions.
There's not enough information that says that wearing the gloves will protect you from the coronavirus. There's not enough information in the union handbook that states that we have to provide you with something like that. So if Kroger can go without providing it for you, then they will.
Calling bullshit on that. I think there is enough. There's enough evidence that says that, if you wash your hands, then you can protect yourself. So then obviously wearing gloves, which is a preventative between the skin, it's an extra layer, then I think that definitely would help prevent. And plus, on top of that, what if they provide, what's their excuse on masks then?
Masks is that the only department that has masks is pharmacy, and Kroger doesn't have a way to um, acquire enough masks for all their associates to wear. And the thing is there has to be enough definitive proof in a court of law that says that Kroger not allowing you to wear gloves was the reason you got sick and contracted the coronavirus. And there's no way to actually prove that. It could have been you could have been infected weeks before you even worked at Kroger, or you could have been infected by some other thing you did or someone else. So there's no way to definitively prove that there's a correlation between you not wearing gloves at work and catching the
Well,
coronavirus.
couldn't an employee just say, all right, from this date and time on 4/2/2020, I am good. 2 weeks later, I am good. So I literally track my timeline starting today. And then if in a month I haven't done anything but work at Kroger and I get the
And you get sick,
virus, then I could be like, hey, yo,
you
I
so
like I got it because of you guys.
you can't correlate that you got it because you weren't wearing gloves. That's the issue. You could, because at any point in time, Kroger could pull the camera and be like, "Well, you touched in the past month. You touched your face 472 times. You left the bathroom without washing 78 times. You touched something else that someone else had touched. You took your gloves off, and then you touched something, and then put gloves back on. There's just so many loopholes and so many parameters that you can't
I mean, that
you
makes
can't
sense.
definitively point it down to A, and A is B,
I
if
mean,
that
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense, but it's still like it's one of
I
those
mean, I
areas
agree.
that's like gray, and it's like, come on, dude, you're
I
forcing
agree.
your employees to work. You should at least provide them with some protective gear.
So they're not actually forcing their employees to work.
Okay, they're
If
not.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
What we're being told as management staff is if someone calls out, let them call out. That's fine. They
Oh,
don't come
that's
to work.
awesome.
They don't get a
Okay,
paycheck.
that is awesome.
Um, mm,
All
to a
right,
degree.
all right, then
To a
educate
degree.
me. Why would it not be awesome?
It's awesome. It's awesome for the fact that we're not forcing people to come to work, or we're not come making up with excuses to be like, oh, you have to have a doctor's note to come into work. It's one of those things that it's awesome for the associate, but they're not going to make any money, and Kroger's not going to spend any money on them. Even though Kroger did send out $300, actually tomorrow they'll be sending out $300 taxed to full-time associates and $150 taxed to part-time associates to help out with some of this coronavirus pandemic
Oh,
stuff.
so it's like a little bonus or like
It's
a.
like a mini, yeah, it's like a mini check for some of these people.
Oh, that's
um
awesome. Okay, Kroger. Okay, Kroger, not so bad.
yeah, they haven't decided what they're going to send to managers yet, so I don't know what I'm getting, but apparently I'm going to get something. um
That's pretty cool.
but I lost my train of thought.
Okay, so let's go back to some of these comments then.
Okay.
Um, in some places, people are being this is Gabe. In some places, people are being charged with terrorism for doing those things, like going out. Are you saying like going out and like getting up in people's faces and basically coughing on them? 'Cause I think I saw
Well,
something about that.
there was an article in the news about this lady who got arrested, taken to jail for she purposefully coughed and sneezed and spit on like I think it was like $3,500 worth of food in a grocery
What?
store. Yeah, dude, she coughed all over it and spit. And when stuff like that happens, Kroger, we have to throw it out. There was a lady that jumped into the green rack and laid on all of our like literally laid on all of our lettuce. We had to throw it all out, wash the
Like
whole green rack.
recently, or I mean, I
It
guess that
happened
doesn't
about
even really matter. That's disgusting.
no, like it was like 2 years ago. There was something wrong with that lady. She was not in the right place.
Maybe
But
she just
you can,
liked the feel of lettuce.
dude, she was hopped up on something. She needed Jesus.
Yeah.
Um,
That's crazy. Okay, so let's go on. I wonder how close and how many people are working to the distribution center for Amazon and other places that do online shopping.
Oh, dude. So, I actually have some information on that. There's a lot. Amazon's doing just as much hiring as Kroger's doing right now, and they bumped their rate to like $15 starting. So, like, you start at Amazon hucking packages at $15 an hour. That's not a bad start.
Oh,
And if
that's
you
pretty
get in with
good.
them now, you can get into these upper warehouse jobs that pay pretty good money. Um, The issue is overstaffing, is probably what they're doing. Because I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I've been ordering stuff off Amazon for the past couple of weeks,
Nikki is
and
a
they're
monster with it. She orders every day. We got a package. Nikki, I'm calling you out.
no, it's like that at my house too. But like literally, we're ordering it, and then 2 days later, it's here. When it says it's supposed to be 5 days delivery, it's like, damn, they're really hucking. They're throwing these packages across the warehouse, like just trying to get them in the right truck.
Yeah. Well, dang, dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
That's where I'm like the most curious is to see how this is going to affect social interactions in the future. Like, are we going to be more willing to just buy something online or just go to the store and purchase, or like what are we gonna do? Like, I'm really kind of curious to see where this goes.
you're curious to see if Amazon's gonna pick up more grocery stores because you know they have one of those.
No, I know we try to get them delivered to us, but they don't deliver to
So
apartment complexes.
that's lame because
Yeah,
Shipped does, and Shipped works through Kroger.
yeah, I just got that one.
Yeah,
My
they
boss
they
just sent me
suck.
that.
They suck.
Jordan says, "Wow, I think you need to wear gloves, especially touching the items that customers are touching. The money they are handing it to you."
I
Yeah,
mean, the necessity to wear gloves is there, but Kroger doesn't see that it's worth to supply gloves. Like, if you want to wear gloves, then you wear gloves all you want, honey. We're not going to stop you from wearing gloves, but we're not going to give you gloves to wear. Which a lot of stores, including my store, we are honestly just taking gloves from the back supply area and putting them on the front end so that people can wear gloves. It's not like if they go in there like, "Oh no, you can't do that."
yeah.
It's just Kroger is not upfront saying, "I'm giving you gloves."
So lettuce bath. Don't knock it till you try it. maybe she, maybe she likes the feel of lettuce. Yeah. And doing that in New York, someone was purposely licking items. Oh, I saw that. That was
So
disgusting.
gross.
That was disgusting. And coughing and spitting on people. Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should get arrested
Dude,
for that.
there was a lady at Walmart throwing a fit because her balance was due. She was doing the same thing, like leaning over and just onto the associates. I'm just like, ma'am, that's a good way to get throat punched.
The mindset of some of these people
It
is
doesn't change.
crazy.
It doesn't
No,
change.
no, but what is kind of interesting is that pandemics like this or any world event like this just shows you how fragile the human mental state is. That's, I mean, you tend to think that as a first world country like America, we would have a little bit more stability with our mentalities, but we really don't. Because when something happens,
No.
something like this that's minor, I mean, I'm not calling this whole thing minor because obviously people are dying from it, um, but imagine if the death rate was a lot higher. Imagine
Would people
if,
be
yeah, imagine if the death rate wasn't like 1 or 2%. Imagine if it was like 80%, and like if you got it, you were going to die. Imagine how
people would
people would
probably
react.
take it more seriously if it was like that. But again, it goes back to the first question you kind of asked was, what do I think about the government withholding information? We don't have all the information. We have tidbits of information that's skewed and that's not 100% accurate, and it's hard to test all this, and we're giving old data. The government probably has an up-to-date sheet that says that we're way worse off than we actually are right now, but they're not going to release that because then it would it would cause mass panic.
Yeah, I don't
They
think a lot of these
slowly
people
let
could.
it
I
out.
don't think a lot of these people could handle it, especially with Facebook memes going around, like people just sharing random shit. Like
We're
I don't.
gonna meme our way out of
I,
World War
yeah,
Three.
I really do think that people would just go crazy if the government actually released realistic statistics. I mean, I can't hate the government for not being truthful at this point in time, but I mean, what do you want them to do? I mean, people are freaking stockpiling toilet paper. I
Dude,
mean,
it's like there was a lady that went in and ordered or took like a whole buggy full of toilet paper. It's just like, why do you need that much toilet paper? We're not running out.
Yeah.
It's it's like we're still getting this stuff in, but if you don't go and act like a human and like just get what you need for a week, we're gonna have more in a week. Like just this is why we're running out of stuff. Like there's I'm pulling up one.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Because we watched that video earlier, and I sent you the video that that uh, I sent you the video over Facebook, and what are your thoughts on how our freedoms will be limited in the next
I
coming
mean,
months?
there's freedom being limited. We're definitely gonna if we go out on martial law. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up a picture. Is it working?
This
I gotta
shows
scoot
we
it.
cannot handle aliens. I'm saying it. Like that's
But
crazy.
the serious is if all of our this is the picture I'm showing now. This is our toilet paper. This is like yeah, we still have all the wipes, but this was our toilet paper like literally in a day. Like all of those, that's like 40, 50 different tags of toilet paper. The paper towels look the same way. And then the one problem is that. The second problem is this, where people realize that they can't have it, or people realize that I don't know if I'm moving it the right way, but
You're
people
fine.
realize
You're
they
fine.
can't have it or they are limited quantities and this is like 15, 16 buggies of go backs that have to be sorted and have to be like put back on the aisle for people to buy and then some of them are damages like this the other day was us going through all of our freezer and this is not just our freezer but this is some of the damages that we've pulled off from that's almost a whole dumpster full of food that we've had to throw away. Part of it's damages from people not returning it properly and the other part is out of dates, but that's another discussion. But these are just like this happens on a daily basis whether there's a pandemic or not. It's just people don't know how to act. And with all of our freedoms being limited, it's just oh, and a cute picture of my dog. Sorry.
Cutie.
Um if with all these things being limited, if people don't take it seriously, then it's going to become a major issue. Like people are going to go to jail for this shit. Like just going out the other day I saw an article online where people were going hiking and so many people were going hiking at this one spot that it became overcrowded and the police were towing them because there's supposed to be like your social distancing. If there's 40, 50 people on the same trail, you can't stay 6 feet apart from everybody. And
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, that's how it was at the park. Jordan says cute dog. That's how it was at the
yeah.
park when I went like a couple weeks ago. I mean, before this thing got really bad, um, I took the young man that I work with on the weekends to the park to get some exercise, and dude, there was a ton of people there. I mean, nobody's social distancing at the park. Like you would think an outdoor space like that. But nobody's doing it because everybody's on the same nature trail, so you have to walk past them at some point.
Mhm.
Um, but what's crazy is the fact that I think now what's going on is the government will now use this as an excuse to continue to limit our freedoms.
It's a good possibility and it's a good excuse. You got to imagine with all this happening right now, what is the government getting away with without us knowing about it? Like,
Right.
yeah, they've pumped money into the stock market to keep it from, flatlining, and that's a whole nother issue. But like, what are we not looking at? Like, what is being done while we're paying attention to this?
Well, what I'm afraid of is the inflation that's about to come because
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
everybody's getting that $1,200 check. So
Hmm.
every grown adult that's filed taxes in the past year, although that's good and it helps right now, I'm scared of the aftermath. I'm
Yeah,
scared of what it's going to do after we're done with the $1 trillion debt that we're about to be in. And I'm scared of the human mentality of getting a free paycheck. So
spend
I'm
it on dumb shit.
I think people will be wise and use it on the right things as of right now because no one has a job. So,
Hmm.
but when the economy starts to pick back up and people start to go back to work, I really do wonder what part of the economy is going to actually go back to work and what the unemployment rate is going to be after this.
Well, I mean, this really shows you that not only is it capable for a huge chunk of the workforce that has to travel to offices, whatever, that they're capable of doing like the same level, if not better, work from home than they are if traveling to an office. So that's one thing I think is going to change about our perspective on work and the home and all that, is that if a lot of these people can do the same job that they're doing, if not better, and do it at home, what's the point in having an office if I can just pay you to sit at home and do this?
Yeah.
Like, as long as the work gets done and it's, I mean, I don't remember what the company was, but there was another company that was reporting that their video chats and um, their uh, group video chats and all, the participation rate skyrocketed because everybody had, like, nobody was at the office, everybody had to do it from home. So that's one thing, is like, how is that going to change our landscape? How is that going to change traffic in Georgia? Because right now I can get to work in 20 minutes, and it's from Lawrenceville to Norcross in the middle of the morning rush hour traffic. Usually is a 40-minute drive,
Yeah.
but now I can get there in 10, 20 minutes depending on how fast I drive because nobody's on the road.
Well, now would be a perfect time for Georgia to freaking pave the roads.
Yeah, no, see, they ain't gonna do that.
Fix the damn roads. There's too many potholes.
No, that won't happen.
Yeah, I know that, but
Just hit every pothole.
Oh my gosh.
So
you're absolutely right. I think the flow of how America is going to operate in the next coming months after this pandemic dies out is going to drastically change. I don't think the product
my background. Sorry.
I don't think the productivity working from home will last. This is a honeymoon period. I kind of agree with Dell.
I mean, it very well could be, but it's if it's a honeymoon period, it's going to affect how we look at work and in the future, because like I said, a lot of these companies are starting to figure out that if they can continue to get this kind of work from people at home versus at an office space, then it could open up a new market from a lot more people working at home, which means a boom in internet for homes and a boom in technology sales because people have to buy new laptops and video headphones, cameras, new computers. So it can cause a boom there.
Well, I definitely see that. I mean, obviously, the digital age is going to be taking over even more than it already is. I mean, people are social distancing, and this is the only way I can get other social interaction.
This
is my only social interaction, people.
Yeah, see, the thing about that is, it's
Nikki.
Really crazy. Is that social though?
Yeah, no.
She's
been coughing in bed.
Yeah.
Bless her heart. She's been just chilling in the bed. And, she's finally getting better. So
good. That's really glad, because I heard her the other day and she sounded like she was knocking on death's door.
Yeah. Booming PC sales. Hit me up for PC builds.
Oh, PC part picker.
Actually, honestly, Kaylor, now would probably be a good time to start doing that. Like that.
Oh
idea.
Yeah, buy some stuff. Yeah.
Like start building PCs, because that's where people are going to start going. The game industry is going to boom. Like
it already has. I mean, just with this, Doom Eternal just released, and there's tons of people playing on that. But just like GameStop was still open. Like, why does GameStop need to be open? That's not essential.
No, I think GameStop's actually, like, this coronavirus is shutting GameStop down for good. Like they've been on their last leg for like 5 years now, but finally, I think the coronavirus, they were going to try and make a comeback in 2020, but Corona said no.
Oh, no.
Rona said Nona.
Yeah, they're trying to switch it up into merch.
Yeah.
Now they can't sell that anymore because they were giving me $14 back on 20 games.
Yeah, bullshit. Ain't that crazy? But
no, their model was doomed to fail.
But like, for instance, like BattleNet, which is I know some of the viewers aren't gamers, but BattleNet is a system that you use to play other games on. Their servers crashed the first night. Everybody was staying at home. Everybody got that social distancing order and mandate, hey, stay 6 feet apart. Like the whole server crashed. Like that doesn't happen
Yeah, that
because so many people were on it. Like, oh my gosh,
I mean,
I think the games are about to just boom up.
internet in general has been it's been bad, especially with the all the kids having to do online learning. I mean, they shut down schools for the rest of the year. So like
You know, I really wonder what's gonna happen with schools too. And so
they
I'm
shut them down for the rest of the year.
no,
So all of
I
them are
know, but in terms of going back,
they won't go
like,
back till August
well, that's what I'm
until
saying.
they've
I'm saying I wonder how the organization of school is going to be restructured as well. Like our whole education, our whole educational system is probably going to be reorganized now.
nah, they're gonna stick them back in those desks.
Really, you think?
Yeah, no, I
I
don't think anything's gonna change with that.
I don't know. I see a lot more potential for teachers to use digital learning now.
Dude, oh my God, have you had a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 14-year-old have to do digital learning at home? It's god awful.
I bet it is, but I mean, think about the ease of access for all these schools and how much more money they can make and how much more outreach they could bring in for students.
Mm,
Like they could literally have school year round that way.
but let's flip it. The question on it's it may
All right, Jordan,
school
thank you for
year
stopping
round
by.
piece.
She says she
Um.
appreciates what you're doing and risking your life to provide for others. I hope everyone stays safe. You
Oh
as well,
yeah,
Jordan.
I try. I try. Um. Yeah, but see, the thing is now let's flip it to a different topic. Same topic, different standpoint. What is all that change going to do to the social like kids mental stability and social interactions are usually thrive through school in the early years. So what how is that going to change
In terms of
the
social interactions, I say yeah, but in terms of educational interaction, I think they can learn just as fine in a different environment. I mean, I've been talking to several teachers, and I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much of you can do more in a classroom, but you can't really because you're restricted by
mm,
behavioral
yeah.
aspects because obviously parents these days are spoiling their kids.
Hmm.
So but that's a different topic for a different video, but I'm gonna get to some of these comments real quick. Gabe said, I saw on ABC on Channel 2 in Atlanta they were advertising an esports tournament. Esports. And then they reported the results the next day. Yeah, everybody is going digital now. I loved having a physical disc back in the day, when you got a booklet, but now it's all digital. Yeah, who would have thought servers closed due to an unexpected error? That works for schools in affluent areas. Oh, going digital. Uh, Jordan, you better get on the games tonight. Oh, she already left. What's gonna happen is most parents are gonna realize A, their kids are most productive when they're out of school, and B, they're safer. Yeah. So
See,
that's the
I
other alternative.
personal opinion,
All
I
right.
do not agree with the productiveness.
I would
What
agree with
usually
you. I think production wise, I don't think that students are more productive at home. There's too many distractions.
mm,
But then again, you could use the other argument to say that there are distractions at school because they're in the involvement of their friends.
yeah,
But
but
I would agree
there's
with the second choice a lot more. Um, the second one being that they're safer. Digital learning is an alternative to mass shootings.
yeah. It,
Instead of targeting, all right, so let's take this. We're coming close to the end of the podcast time, but I guess food for thought. A lot of people are arguing that in to combat school shootings, we should take and focus on guns and gun laws and whether or not we should be focusing on certain aspects of that. But what if the alternative is to just do digital learning, send your kid home?
I mean, it is an alternative. It's just one of those things that has to be weighed against all the other aspects. And focusing on a criminal's going to get a gun if a criminal wants a gun. There's plenty of ways to get a gun,
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
nobody ever trace it back to you. Blah blah blah. So making it more difficult for someone to own a gun and to make sure that they're licensed and insured to have a gun is one thing. And I think we're getting too close to the end of the podcast to delve into that one.
Yeah.
But it if your kid's at home, there's less likelihood for them getting bullied. But there's also, I think it
I wouldn't
goes
say
back to that
that. I would say physical
psychosocial.
bullied.
Yes, but
Physically bullied is different, but
internet bullying is getting big. So that would probably just spawn a bigger source of internet bullying.
yeah. Gabe says most schools are digital these days. Anyways, to be honest, I have many teacher friends that are realizing that they're interacting more with their children through digital methods. Selena, who is a teacher, says digital learning is definitely harder for kids who don't even have internet access, like Title I schools. Families who don't even have devices will suffer going into the next grade. I don't think students or adults are productive at home. I would agree with that. Like, I am not productive at home. I have to go.
Oh, I am, but I mean, I'm just a psychopath, so.
I am not. I'd have to get out of the house and go to schools. Instead of school shootings, we should all hide in our homes. No, but I am saying that is an alternative because no one seems to be thinking about that. And now that this digital learning age has or the coronavirus has made it more acceptable for digital learning, I wonder if that's going to be an option on the table, if people are going to be using that as an excuse in the future. Selena says, we are relying on the parents to do their part for the education, though. Some parents aren't well educated or don't know how to teach the Common Core way. Ooh.
Yeah, that's actually one thing that we've ran into here is that the math that they're teaching our 10-year-old is not the same math that we grew up on. So
how do they change math?
Dude, they're using fucking squares and shit now, and like I have no idea how to help him. I know how to do long division the way I was taught, but that's not how they're teaching them to do long division, and I don't know how to help him. And it's difficult because then how are we going to get the parents educated enough to help their kids if all of them are at home? And then again, what about those kids that can't stay home by themselves in the younger grades with parents that work all day and are out of the house? So how are they going to get taken care
of? Gabe says, I think being productive is relevant. Where they're at in the community, obviously some areas are different. I'm just saying most parents are spending more time with their children now than before. Totally, my mom says totally agree with Selena. Selena says, kids also need accommodations and education. Digital learning is hard for that, like kids with autism spectrum disorder. Kaylor says, not fam. I'm a lot more productive at home than the workplace. However, I'm more productive at school than home.
of?
Kaylor, I don't know about that. We can talk individually on that.
123@gmail.com, Selena.
Hit me up.
They do need help.
I'll do a Zoom session for your kiddos to help teach them on their mouth. Oh, that is awesome.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna have her on in a couple weeks. We're gonna have her on in a couple weeks to talk about what it's like being a teacher during this time period and even before.
Dude, it's got to be terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I deal with all the crap, but like them having to figure out what to do with the kids is beyond me.
Honestly, I really don't know how they can have some of these teachers, like older teachers, like learn how to use Zoom and do online classes when barely any of them can know how to like operate YouTube.
I mean, okay, so I mean, we're coming up on the edge, but like my cousin Courtney has a 1-year-old that knows how to skip freaking YouTube. She knows how to hit the skip button on YouTube videos. So it's like when she's watching her little Teletubbies thing on YouTube, she automatically knows that when that comes up, go hit the skip. She's she's just a little bit over 1, almost 2 years old, and this little girl knows how to do more on an iPad than her mom does, and it's astonishing.
That's
and
true.
She's only like 29, 28. She's older than me. I don't
know. We want Rex on the podcast. Tell Dylan after the podcast, and I'll see. Oh yeah, he already said it on the podcast.
Yeah, chase.ireland0123@gmail.com.
Selena, Gabe, if you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. You can turn off notifications, but just hit that sub button button.
It's
'Cause
like
it helps
over
me
here,
grow.
guys.
Yeah, somewhere. I think over. Well, you can't even over here. I think.
Oh no, I was going the wrong direction. It's over here.
Yeah, I think you're right now. There you go.
Oh, you took me off. What
No,
the
I didn't. I took you. I put you on.
Oh, yeah, it's over here, homie. I'm a little too far.
This is going to change a lot of people's perspective, but it's going to open up avenues to help more kids with different needs. I'm colorblind and ADHD, so I can only imagine.
I mean, it's something that they're gonna have to look into if they're gonna continue this digital learning.
So much potential for the next couple months. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think we're definitely. Well, dang, we're getting at the. But there's so many great topics to go into here.
I mean, innovations are coming. That's really it. Innovations are coming with any form of life that we've seen so far.
I think we're definitely gonna have. Remember how Kayla? I don't know if any of you guys saw the podcast where I talked about innovation and how there's going to be a surge of creativity coming soon. I think we might see that surge of creativity coming soon, especially since people are socially isolated, and that's kind of like the mix. That's like the concoction for doing that kind of stuff. So I think we're definitely going to see people problem solving some creative ways. Oh shit, that's the report button. Oh man. Yeah, hit that sub button, guys. That way we can get some better some views and grow this channel a little bit better. You didn't hear your email. Can you say it again, Chase?
I sent it in the chat under Skeeter Games, but it is chase.ireland0123@gmail.com, not comp.
Okay, and if you haven't already followed Skeeter Games, which is your
Evan, he's the 14-year-old. He plays a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. So if you like Rainbow Six Siege and a lot of 14-year-olds yelling at each other, you'll love his stream.
Yep. So give him a look out. Make
Please.
sure you drop it.
He's trying to be affiliate, you know, that life.
All right. I'll have to drop by his stream. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, I can't do it from here. I'll do it later. All right, guys. Well, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
It was a blast.
Yes, thank you, Chase. We're gonna have to have you on again. Get some more updates.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well,
bye.
Thank you, everybody. I love you. Thank you for daydreaming.